much-needed win, as we are now joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Brent Vernon. And, Coach.
Look at me first. I'm smiling.
Whew. I mean,
we talked about it before the game. Let's smile a little bit.
This conference, this team, it's just going to be wild. It is wild. It's been wild. Lindsey Wilson gets blown out today. Blown out, 25 points at Cumberland. Georgetown's down 17 to U-Pike. It's not over. And I think today, this win here and your team, the resiliency is, it's going to come in handy down the stretch of this conference season.
I hope so. And again, I just told our guys how proud I am because we've had opportunities to throw it in. And at times, I've worried that we have. But this week was a really good week for us. Monday and Tuesday, we really got back to it. Wednesday had a good day. Thursday, we had a good half, but we couldn't sustain. We came in today with the mindset of it is a must-win.
Yeah.
You hate to say that whenever you have 10 games left, but today was a must-win. And our guys took advantage of things. First half I was really, really impressed with how they came out. Second half we weren't as good. We went through that lull, but instead of going back to bad habits and everybody trying to do it themselves, we saw everybody try to work together and help each other do it. And that's why we came out on top tonight. We worked more as a team. We did more things right. The big stat and one that I was worried about was offensive rebounding. And they only had 2 on the game. And I think that says a lot about our team.
Well, not only did they have 2, you guys had 15. I mean, you can't, if that's something that you're worried about, you talk about taking what you may have considered to be a weakness or a problem and flip it the other direction. That's as far the other side of the coin as it could have possibly went.
It is, and I think it shows that our guys were willing to do whatever it took tonight to try to get a win, and whether that was defend, make shots, rebound, whatever, and we really went after the offensive glass tonight, and it was a collective group. Drew did a nice job, Sean did a nice job. Even though Duke had 1, he was attacking the rim. Overall, I'm really pleased with our overall effort as a team today.
You mentioned the fact that you were worried at times maybe they had thrown in the towel. How would we respond to this bit of adversity, that bit of adversity? If there was ever a time that this team could have laid down, it would have been at the beginning of that second half when Shawnee State went on the run and they turned a 4-point deficit into a lead. That was a 7-point deficit into a lead. That was the point they could have done it, and it says a lot about your group that they continue to work through that.
They did, and we've talked all week about if you want to turn it around, us coaches really want to turn it around. And again, I never really doubted our guys wanted to, but were we going to be willing to put in the work and put maybe some egos aside to do it? And we were in a timeout, and everybody was sitting there, and they were locked in. Eyes were on me, and we were talking, and everybody was encouraging each other, just saying, stay the course. And we did that today. And that's just something we've struggled with in the past of being able to sustain. And we sustained for 40 minutes against a good team. I'm going to say I know their conference records like ours and their overall record, but Coach Thomas has done a great job, and he's got a nice team.
You got a lot of youngsters on that team that are going to be around for a long time. And if I told you before the game that you guys would shoot 35%, it may have been a little more uneasy about this one, but what was the key to be able to overcome a poor shooting day?
Well, it goes to, one, like you said, the offensive rebounds, but at the half, we held them to 27, and we limited them to 39%, which was really good. The second half, 31. I'll be honest, of all teams we've played this year, I don't know if we've ever done that. I'm going to say, and even some of the teams that aren't as good as Shawnee, we're still giving up 35, 40. And having 27 and 31, that shows a little bit of toughness about ourselves. This is more Mid-South Conference basketball right here, not 95, 80, and all that stuff that we've had. This is grinded out, first team to 60 wins. And that's what sometimes coaches say in this league, and that's what you saw.
In Campbellsville with the victory over Shawnee State here today. Final score 66-58. Talk to me real quick, Coach, about the big man. Andrew Smith was maybe as good as we've seen him, and we've seen him be really good this year, but he was terrific tonight. 21-8, knocked down 3. Edward Jones 3, shipped in 4 blocks, ties his career high.
Definitely the best he's been since we started conference. What's happened is playing better teams, better scout. Andrew's been pushed off the block some. He's going against other bigs that are very good and strong, and he was one of the guys, just like everybody else, that he wanted it very badly and was trying to do too much on his own. We had 3 or 4 guys that were doing that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we've talked all week about we have to do it inside our system. We have to do it working together. And tonight Andrew did that. He didn't take many bad shots. His 2 worst shots were 2 of the 3 threes he missed. because he shot them so quick that he can get any time. Late in the game, it was later in the shot clock. We got good screen action, throwbacks, and he just settled himself and made good shots.
Gets no easier come Thursday. You get the short road trip, but Lindsey Wilson College, the #2 team in the country, and of course a big loss today for Lindsey Wilson, but they'll be ready on Thursday night. Coach Peck's team, a very good one, and it'll be a big challenge.
They're a veteran team, and you can sort of throw the records out. I'm going to say they have got a great record. I'm going to say that it was their first loss. They are a team that, you know, they do things right, and we're going to have to be very good defensively. I just told our guys in the locker room, if you like basketball, Thursday's going to be fun if you want it to be. It'll be a packed gym. The women and us, both women and men, have a great rivalry, and emotions will be high, and we're going to go out there and try to battle. And I know we're about to sign off. I want to say some things just real quick. You know, we had some guys who were trying to figure things out. I think Jalen Coates set the tone for us defensively. I'm going to say he did such a great job of bringing energy when he came off the bench and guarding the ball that he really got everybody else buying in and doing the same stuff. And I also want to say Jacob King was great tonight. I know he only played 11 minutes, but he was so good. I want to say always calm, always settled down, and did a great job. And I was proud of both of those guys because their minutes have been up and down here lately, and they both got a chance, and they both did a really good job in responding to the call.
I saw Jalen come off the court twice, and you had big smiles for him, greeted him with nice words, and he seemed to be really into it here today.
He was, and he never hasn't been. I want to say it's one. Jalen, he's such a competitor, and he wants our team to win so bad that when it doesn't go his way, it's not that he's disappointed, but sometimes he's got to reel his emotions in, but we all do. And we've talked, and Jalen, I told him, if we could get it back to where we want to, he's such a big part of it. He can be the best defender on our team, and he showed some of that today, and he was very active and did a nice job.
Campbellsville with a big victory here today. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks,
we'll see
Matt.
you Thursday
Appreciate
night.
it.
Coach Brent Vernon and the Tigers with a victory here over Shawnee State this afternoon. Final score 66-58. As we take a look at some of the numbers